we have to go over. Thank you, sir. Before we start. Okay? Thank you. All right, let's look at this right here. X squared times x to the third. Okay? I thought we did this rule before, didn't we, with exponents?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is review. We add the exponents. It would be x to the fifth. Now, be careful. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Now, look at this first example. Is that the first one you guys have, this one?
Yeah.
Okay. The numbers in front. Okay. The constants. Okay. Coefficients. Whatever you want to call them. Oh, and by the way, how do I know I'm multiplying 6y to the third times 3y to the fifth? How do you know it's multiplication, Bailey? The yes and what else? I agree with you 100%. Why? There's no what between them. There's no plus or minus sign. That may seem kind of basic, but because yesterday we were adding and subtracting, there's no plus or minus sign. Okay, so we're multiplying. Now, guys, you multiply just like you normally would two numbers. You go 6 times 3. Okay? Oh, by the way, you can multiply anything together. It's like making vegetable soup. You can put anything in there you want. They don't have to be like terms. We're not adding and subtracting. Okay? 6 times 3. How much? Okay? 6 times 3 is 18. Now, y to the third times y to the fifth. Now, they have to be y. They can't be like a to the third times a to the fifth. Then you just copy them down, put them down to how they are. Y. Since they're the same variable, we do what with the exponents now? We don't multiply, we add. So it's y to the what? There you go. Done. That's it. Now, we're going to get into some more difficult ones here. Okay. You have these? Okay. 3 times 9. 27. Now, we have to be careful, my friends. What is my exponent here with this m? With this m, I would write it. And I'd write a 1 there just so you get, you don't forget about it, just to remind yourself, okay? Okay, m to the first times m to the second. M to the what? We add them. Okay? N to the second times n to the first. N to the third. Now, that just happened to be the same. They come out to the same. That's just a coincidence. Guys, everybody good? Now, you guys should be able to do that in your head. What's 2 times 5? Okay, what happens when you multiply by a half? It's really like dividing by what? Right? Does everybody agree? Guys, what's half of 10? There you go. Now, why don't you guys try the x and the y's? We'll discuss, we'll laugh. We'll make fun of goats. We'll talk about wedding cakes. You better have a pass. Oh, did you sleep in? Just set it on the desk. Thanks, buddy. He was marked absent. How do I know he's going to come in late? I have a lot of skills, Makana, but knowing that is above my... I didn't know that. Whoa.
I can do that.
Whoa.
It's a nice yellow water bottle.
All right. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. We're multiplying today instead of adding subtracting. Right. Okay, now, guys, what I would do I would, wherever you see no exponent right now, I would put ones just so you get better at it. Okay. Who wants to tell me my total x is? Let's see. Jonathan, go, brother.
X to the fifth power.
Let me see if I agree with you. 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 2, I agree with you. X to the fifth. Nice job. Okay. Liv. What? How do you know I was asking about what? I was asking how you doing today. No, I'm just kidding. 8. Let's see. 1, 5, 8. I agree. Again, this is pretty easy stuff. Pretty easy stuff. Now, I just want you guys, before I go on, I want you to see this. Everybody write this on your paper somewhere up where we did, okay? I want you to see the difference between yesterday and today. Okay? You guys work that out real quick. I want to answer. Work it out. See what you think. Start crying. Dang you. All right. Gavin, what'd you get?
12y to the fourth.
How many agree with Gavin? 12y to the fourth. I do also. Now, I want you to see this. Totally different problem, isn't it? See that plus sign? Changes things. Now, I got to determine first, are they like terms? Can I add them? Can I add them? Yeah, they're both y to the second. I can add them. So add them up. 8, right? Now, here's the thing. Is it y to the fourth? It's just what? It stays y squared. Just understand that. See the difference of yesterday and today. Okay? Make sure you write that example there so you have it. For the love, Jill, I'm not going to say it, Jill. I'm not going to say it. Okay. This one starts getting fun. All right. Do you guys remember distributing property, right? Okay. I have this term outside. How many terms do I have inside? Okay, so it's really like 3 little problems. I'm going to multiply that times that, 4x times that 4x, and 4x times that negative 8. Okay? So, let's brainstorm together. What's 4 times 3, guys? Okay, now, what's x times x squared? X to the... Good. Now, whatever sign this is, guys, look up here a second. Treat this as a positive 4. And obviously, this is a positive 4, too. What's 4 times 4? What kind? Positive, right? That's going to give me my plus sign in between them. Okay? What's x times x, Samara? X times x. Oh, man, that was awful delayed. What is it, x or x to the second? It's one of them. It is, good. All right, now. Ethan, what is 4x times, what kind of 8 is this? Treat it as a negative 8. What's 4x times, well, hang on a second. Let's back it up a little bit. Let's do the numbers like we've been doing. What's 4 times negative 8? Okay. Is everybody good with that? Now, guys, since there's an x here, there's no x with that 8. Just carry it along, whatever the exponent is out there. Now, here's a couple questions we have to ask ourselves, my friends. 1, are there any like terms I can combine? We always got to check that. No. It goes back to yesterday, right? I was going to say it goes back to tomorrow. Hello. Goes back to yesterday. Are there like terms? No. There's no like terms. Now, is it in standard form? Yes. I don't have to rearrange anything. Okay? All right. What's negative 6 times positive 2? Everybody good? Now, what's w squared times w? W, guys, how do you say it? It's not W3. W to the third or W cubed, for the love of humanity. Now, what's negative 6 times negative 5? That makes that plus. What do I write next to it, Corbin? What do you think?
1.
1? The number 1. Come on, brother. What's out here?
W to the second.
So what do I write? Yeah, there's nothing by the 5, right? So just that carries along with it. Doesn't change. I do one more and you want to do 4? Now, are those like terms? I can't add them together, guys. I'm done. It's in standard form too, right? Third exponent, second exponent, standard form. Can't combine like terms. Boom, done. Okay, now, guys, this is the same problem, but where's my monumental now? It's on the what? Other side. Guys, what I would do, you don't have to, but starting out, I would rewrite it like this. You don't have to, but while you're just starting out on this, I would rewrite it like that. You don't have to put parentheses out here, as long as there's 1. If you want to put that in parentheses, that turns your wheel, go ahead. Okay, let's distribute. What's 3 times 12? 36. M to the 4th, is there an M here? So what do I write here? M to the 4th. Alexis, what's 3 times 2? Excuse me? Okay, what kind 6? That's why I write plus. Okay? And then, Alexis, what's m to the 4th times m cubed? Nice job. Now, are those like terms? Can I add them? No. Is that in standard form? No. What do I want to write? 6m to the 7th plus. That's a plus, right? 36m. Come on. Now it's in standard form. Now I'm done. The heck are you?
The top one is the one I'm going to do. This story problems. And the bottom one is the just like you wanted to do.
Do you guys know Mr. Marco?
They do now.
He's a legend in the math community.
I am in the math community.
It is
Global math community, not just local. Global. You know about the goose local zeta function, don't you?
yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't make me put salt and pepper on.
Benjamin David Marco, Jeffrey Riedel, the goose local zeta function. Boom.
Published
Published
author right here.
Wait, is that actually the name?
No, he's a nerd. He's a really
He needs mental therapy.
What does he teach? Well,
Math.
obviously math, but what?
Oh, he's a good guy.
They won't let him teach anything above.
He does what, 7th grade?
Yeah,
No, 7th grade.
he teaches stats. He teaches CP math.
I taught
Geometry.
geometry with him for a couple of years.
Seventh grade math.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna take this term by term. All right. This one's a little weird. This is
Post it
a
on your paper so make a note somewhere.
this is a binomial. This is a binomial. Do you agree we're still gonna distribute? Let's take this. Ready? X.
No.
Don't disagree with me. Everybody see X. We're gonna distribute X to this term and then X to this term.
I mean, we're gonna do this in 3.
You understand? Let's do the first one. What's X times X?
X 2. X
Nope. X squared plus
2x.
2x. Very good. Now I'm going to change colors because I'm done with the x. If there were more terms over here, if there were like 3 or 4 terms, I would have to take x to all of those terms. With me? On to blue. Here we go. We're going to treat this as a positive 3. 3 times x, then 3 times 2. What's 3 times x? 3 times 2? 6. Are there any like terms? Yeah, the 2x and the 3x, right? How do we combine those? Addition, and what do you get? What happens when you have 2 apples and you add 3 apples? You have 5 apples. 5 apples. I don't know why people. I think they're multiplying. All right, so we have x squared. We have 5x's plus 6. That is our final answer, and it's written in standard form. Greatest exponent down to the least exponent. Does that make sense to you? This is a key concept in algebra. Do you know what this is called? It's called FOIL. Have you ever heard of FOIL? Watch. Here's what FOIL stands for. FOIL is a mnemonic device. Have I used that word in here before?
Yeah, I think so.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Mm-hmm. Sadness.
Roy G. Biv,
Wait, no, this one is.
Colors of the Rainbow. It's a way to remember a process. F means take the first terms and multiply them together. Do you see how the first step was to multiply the first terms? Yes? What was the next step? Take the x and multiply it to the 2. Those are the outer terms. Outer. Then we moved on to the 3, and then we multiplied to x. Those are the inner terms. And then 3 times 2 were the last terms. That's FOIL. You got to keep algebra fresh. Okay, you got to put some FOIL on it. So, first, outer, inner, last. See that? See what I did there?
Plastic wrap's better.
Leftovers. Put some FOIL on it.
Foil
Gotta keep
or
it fresh.
leftovers?
Huh?
You don't use plastic wrap?
Yeah,
Depends.
I use that.
Depends on
Foil.
the
Foil's like.
Okay. Chipotle.
Yes.
You got a burrito? Dinner? It's already in
I
foil.
eat it all.
You don't have any leftovers? I like to
Yeah, I don't
Sometimes I have a
know.
little bit, but I normally just put it in a container.
see we get large chips in water. So
Because I put it in
I do not.
but I was like, I did something like that. Container.
all right, if you got what I just did and you don't need to like, does this look more complicated maybe than it's necessary?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's practice it. I'll let you guys try it.
Okay.
You got to enjoy foil yourself. You got to reflect on the process.
I get x squared.
Why? What does that mean? Just
Well,
kidding, I'm
aluminum foil
joking.
is very
They're
reflective.
Yeah. Guys, I'm not that stupid. I just play the role.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to talk about you.
Or bean. That was dramatic. Someone's done.
I'm done.
Trying to brag about it.
Yeah, I'm done.
Did you get what I got?
I'm not done yet. I didn't even I got it right.
Any disagreements?
When you have to put the x's together.
Wait a second.
Negative 2x plus 4x.
Yeah, but when you have to like, when that,
Has a different x.
yeah, wouldn't that be like,
Only like terms combined with addition.
okay.
If you're multiplying, they can multiply, but
What is
only
this
like terms.
present?
Not soon enough. All right.
11
Next one's a little more spicy. Got 3 minutes. Let's do this one together. All right, here we go. First terms. I have a 2y times a 3y. Well, 2 times 3 is, and y times y is y to the second, right? Y squared. Let's just say squared. If that's an exponent of 2, squared. Exponent of 3, cubed. Right? Next, what's double 2y? What's 2 times 2y? 4y. Right? Now on to the next one. Now I think my work up here got a little jumbled. I did all the lines above. Some people will do this. They'll do the first one above and then the second they'll distribute just to keep it clear that you're going to both of them. If you want to do that, that's fine. What's negative 5? Negative 5 times 3y. Negative 15y. And what's negative 5 times 2? For a grand total of 6y squared negative 11y minus boom, finished. How do you feel about foiling?
Too easy.
Good.
I feel that.
All right, we had some leftovers today. We didn't quite get to. For 25 through 30, I forget what the directions say, but just foil. Make sure you write the original problem down before you start it. All right, copy the original problem. For 25 through 30, just foil. There's some other directions. Just foil.
Just re-watch this video.
Don't need to rewatch this one?